Sarah had never been afraid of the night until Victor came into her life. Now every shadow seemed alive, watching, breathing. She wasn't sure if the fear came from him or from the way she felt around him, feelings she didn't want to admit, feelings she didn't trust. She paced her apartment, trying to distance herself from him, telling herself over and over that what she felt wasn't real. But every time she tried to push him out of her mind, her heart betrayed her with one truth she hated. She wanted him. Too much, more than she should want anything that wasn't human. A soft knock broke her thoughts, her breath stilled. It wasn't desperate or love, just calm, controlled. Exactly like him, Victor, she whispered. The door opened before she could finish. Victor stepped inside, tall and composed, wearing a black coat that moved like night itself. He shut the door quietly. "You've been avoiding me," he said, voice low and unsettling in its gentleness. Sarah turned away. "I needed time to think," he replied. "Yes," she said. He moved closer. "And what did thinking give you?" "Confusion," she muttered, "and more questions." Victor stopped in front of her, his eyes pulling her in despite everything. "Why do you run from what you already feel?" She backed up. "Because I don't know if it's real. Or if you're making me feel it." He studied her, expression unreadable. "You think I'm manipulating your mind, can you?" She asked. "Some vampires can," he said softly. "But I haven't. If I were controlling you, you wouldn't be able to question me at all." Her heartbeat stumbled. He had a point, and she hated that it made sense. She moved away again, her back hitting the wall. "I feel too much when I'm near you." "It scares me." Victor's voice dropped to something raw. "It scares me too." "Because I haven't felt this in 100 years." She blinked. 100? "I told you I was old," he murmured. Sarah shook her head and kept pacing. "Victor, this is too much. You're everywhere. You appear out of nowhere whenever I'm in danger. I don't know where your intentions end and where. Whatever this is begins, my intentions." Victor stepped forward, his voice tightening. "My intention is to protect you, to keep you breathing, to keep you mine." She froze. "Yours?" "Yes," he said, not hesitating. "Because I love you." Sarah, her breath caught. She hadn't expected the words to hit like a blow. You can't love me." "I can," he said quietly, "and I do. But my love comes with a price." "What price?" she asked. Victor lowered his head slightly. "My nature, my hunger, my enemies. Loving me is dangerous." Her chest tightened. "Why tell me this now?" "Because the danger is getting closer," Victor replied. "And they feel what I feel." "They smell you on me." "Who others?" he said. "Older vampires, hunters, creatures worse than anything you've imagined. They want what I want. They want you." Sarah felt a chill crawl up her spine. "Why me?" "Because I feel something for you," Victor said. "And in our world, emotions are weaknesses. Weaknesses get hunted." "Victor." "What are you saying?" she whispered. He took both her hands gently. His touch was cold, but the cold felt like fire. "I'm saying you must choose. Tonight." Her heart hammered painfully. "Choose what?" Victor's gaze darkened with something possessive. "Choose me," he said. "Choose my world, my life. Or I will leave now and never return." Sarah's breath broke. "Victor, don't do this. I can stay near you if you want a normal life," he said. "My presence alone is tearing your world apart. You deserve a chance at safety, at peace. But I can't give you that unless you step fully into my world." "Victor, this is insane," Sarah whispered. "I need time." "There is no time," he said. "They're already watching." Her hands trembled in his. "Just give me a moment, please." He released her and stepped back, pain flickering through his eyes. "Then take your moment," he said quietly. "Because once you decide, there's no going back." Sarah pressed a hand over her racing heart. She stared at him, this vampire who made her feel alive and terrified at once. She finally opened her mouth to speak her choice, but the air shifted before a sound left her lips. It turned cold, sharp, heavy. Victor stiffened, eyes narrowing. "Sarah," he whispered, "come here, now." She took a step, but a violent crack shattered the window beside her. The lights died. The room plunged into darkness. Something unseen hit Sarah from behind, knocking her to the floor. She screamed as an icy force dragged her across the wooden boards. Invisible claws scraped her skin. She grabbed onto the edge of the couch, fighting as panic filled her lungs. "Sarah!" Victor roared, his voice becoming something wild. He blurred across the room faster than her eyes could follow and slammed into the unseen creature. The impact shook the entire apartment. A chilling, inhuman screech echoed, making Sarah's ears ring. The shadows twisted violently as Victor fought something she couldn't fully see, only a shifting outline, a distortion in the air, a presence full of hunger. Victor struck it hard enough to rip the darkness apart. A spray of unnatural black blood hit the floor. The creature shrieked one last time before dissolving like smoke into the walls. Silence fell. Victor collapsed to one knee, trembling, wounded. Sarah crawled to him, shaking. "Victor, what was that thing?" He cupped her face with blood-stained hands, his voice a low whisper full of fury and fear. "I wanted to protect you from this truth," he said. "But now you know what?" Sarah breathed. Victor pulled her close, his forehead touching hers. "I'm not the only one who wants you. I'm not the only one who wants you." Victor's whisper wasn't a warning, it was a confession soaked in fear. Sarah's breath caught as something cold brushed the back of her neck. She spun, but nothing was there. The apartment felt wrong, too quiet, too still, like the air itself was holding its breath. "Victor, what does that mean?" His eyes darkened, a deep crimson flickering beneath the surface. "Don't move." The temperature dropped instantly. Frost crept across the window pane. The lights dimmed, not flickering, but suffocating, as if darkness reached into the bulbs and crushed the light inside them. Sarah's pulse hammered against her ribs. Then she saw it. A shadow in the corner of the room, not lying there, not cast by anything, but rising, stretching, unfolding itself like an ancient shape waking after centuries. "Victor," she whispered, "I see it." He growled, and this time his voice wasn't human at all. A low, primal vibration rattled the air. The shadow peeled off the wall like a living stain. Two hollow white eyes opened inside the dark. They didn't blink. They didn't move. They stared directly at her. Sarah's stomach twisted. "Why is it looking at me like that?" "Because it knows what you are becoming," Victor whispered. The creature let out a guttural sound, half growl, half broken exhale. The floor vibrated beneath Sarah's feet. She backed into the couch, breath shaking. "Victor, do something." He stepped in front of her so fast the room blurred around him. "Stay behind me," but the creature lunged. Victor met it midair, the impact shaking the apartment. Shadows twisted with pale flesh as they collided, Victor's fangs flashing in the dim light. He fought like a storm, fast, brutal, ancient. Sarah saw a side of him she never had before. Not the mysterious man who touched her gently, but the predator he truly was. The creature slashed across his chest, tearing through fabric and skin. Blood dark and thick splattered across the tiles. "Victor," she cried. He didn't react. Didn't flinch, stay back. The creature flipped, landing soundlessly, then turned its gaze toward her again. Its jaw unhinged slightly, revealing jagged, shattered teeth. It wanted her. Sarah grabbed the nearest object, a glass candle holder, and held it with shaking hands. Her lungs burned, her vision blurred. The creature charged. She swung. The glass shattered across its face with a ringing crack, but the shadow barely reacted. It tilted its head, almost amused. Its arm extended toward her, and Victor appeared in a blur of movement, catching the creature's arm inches from her throat. His eyes were no longer red. They were black, pitch black. "You will not touch her," he snarled. With a ruthless roar, Victor tore the creature's arm clean off. Sarah screamed as the creature shrieked, collapsing inward, shifting into smoke, then dissolving into nothing. Silence, Sarah trembled uncontrollably. Victor turned toward her, blood soaking his chest. His eyes slowly faded back to deep red. Victor. You're bleeding. He wiped the blood with the back of his hand. It's nothing. It's not nothing, she whispered. He reached out, brushing his fingers across her cheek. You weren't supposed to see that side of me. Sarah swallowed. You said others want me. Why, what am I? Victor's jaw tightened. You're changing. Her heart stuttered. Changing into what? He hesitated, something Victor never did. Into something they crave, something powerful, something rare. She stepped back. Victor. What did you do to me? His voice cracked. I gave you a part of me the night I saved your life. A part no vampire ever gives freely. Her chest tightened. You mean I'm becoming like you? His silence was her answer. Why didn't you tell me? He exhaled shakily. Because I feared you'd run, and I can survive anything except losing you. Her breath caught. She didn't know whether to scream or cry or reach for him. Then the apartment door lock slowly creaked open. Both froze. A voice drifted in from the darkness of the hallway. Smooth, calm, deadly. Step away from the girl, Victor. She belongs to us now. Victor's eyes flared red. His fangs peeked out as he stepped in front of Sarah, his presence suddenly overwhelming the room with an icy, magnetic force. She belongs to no one, he said, voice low, vibrating with power. Not you, not anyone. The air thickened. The intruder stepped forward, and Sarah could see he wasn't human, his movements too fluid, too fast, too graceful. His pale skin shimmered faintly in the broken light, and his eyes. Silver, cold, piercing. He exuded danger that even Victor seemed to respect. Victor, the man said, voice calm, like he was delivering a verdict. You can't hide her. The council knows she carries your mark. That blood you gave her, it binds her. And now, everyone wants what is theirs. Sarah's chest tightened. What does he mean, my blood? She looked at Victor. You gave him a part of me. Victor's jaw tightened. I didn't give him anything. I gave you a choice. But others are drawn to what I protect. The man Lucien. Victor had whispered the name before, smiled faintly. She has power you cannot imagine, old friend, and she is tethered to you. You've made her prey to the council. Whether you like it or not, Victor's fangs flashed as he growled, moving with impossible speed. Before Sarah could react, he was beside her, placing a hand on her shoulder, grounding her. Sarah, listen to me. Don't let him frighten you. He wants to take you, not me, not our bond. Only your blood, your potential. The air seemed to snap. Sarah felt dizzy, the apartment spinning as shadows twisted around them. Lucien lunged too fast for any human eye to follow, but Victor intercepted him midair. The collision shook the walls. Victor's strength was overwhelming, yet Lucien pushed back, equally relentless. Sarah stumbled, covering her face, but Victor's voice cut through the chaos. Sarah, stay with me. Focus on my voice. Her heart pounded as she watched Victor move like a force of nature, every blow precise, every strike deadly. His speed, his strength, she had never realized how much of a monster he truly was. And yet, he was hers. He was protecting her. That thought twisted in her chest, bittersweet. Lucien stumbled back, smirking despite the wounds Victor had inflicted. Impressive, but not enough. You cannot protect her forever, old friend. She is meant for more. She is meant for power beyond your control. Victor bared his fangs. I don't care about power. She belongs with me, only me. A silence fell. Then Lucien's eyes glinted with a predatory light. She must choose, either become fully yours, or I will take her. Tonight, Victor, no exceptions. Sarah's throat went dry. What do you mean, fully yours? Victor stepped closer, placing his hands gently on either side of her face. It means becoming like me, Sarah, immortal, bound to me. My blood in your veins, my life, your life. Her stomach turned. But what if I don't want to? His expression softened, almost heartbreakingly. Then I leave, I walk away, never see you again. Sarah felt tears prick her eyes. She couldn't imagine life without him. But she also couldn't imagine surrendering herself to the darkness he embodied. Her hand brushed against his chest, feeling the steady beat of what was not quite human, yet undeniably alive. Lucien's voice cut through. Icy calm. Choose, Sarah. You have seconds. Hesitate. And I take her anyway. Victor's hands tightened on her shoulders. I won't let him. But I cannot stop what she doesn't want. Sarah's mind raced. She thought of the attack, the way Victor had saved her, the danger that lurked in every shadow now. The hunger he spoke of, and the love he carried that terrified and consumed her at once. Her lips trembled. I don't know what to do. Victor's fangs grazed his lower lip. Then trust me, Sarah. Trust that I would never hurt you willingly. But you must decide. Suddenly, a chill filled the room. Shadows stretched along the walls, unnatural, alive. Something else had arrived, something older, something waiting. Victor stiffened, eyes narrowing. Not just him, Victor whispered, low and deadly. Others are coming for you, Sarah. I can save you, but... Sarah felt her chest tighten. But what? Victor exhaled sharply, his eyes darkening. I cannot save you and them at the same time. Tonight you choose, become mine. Or I will leave you to fight this alone. Her vision blurred as fear and desire warred inside her. She wanted to scream, to flee, to throw herself into Victor's arms. She wanted the safety of his bite, the eternity of his blood. And yet, the darkness pressing closer made her doubt even him. Lucien stepped forward again. Time's up. Victor surged in front of her with supernatural speed, bearing fangs, eyes glowing. Sarah now. She closed her eyes, heart hammering. Every instinct screamed, every desire pulled her toward him. And as her lips parted to speak, a cold force slammed into her from behind. She fell forward, crashing to the floor, screaming. Victor lunged, catching her mid-fall, his arms around her. Her chest pressed to his fangs brushed her hair. His eyes were wide, red, desperate. The force that attacked her vanished with a hiss. She looked up, trembling. Victor. What? He held her tighter, voice strained. I saved you, but... There is more, Sarah, more than I ever told you. The council, Lucien, they are not the only ones who want you. Not the only ones. Sarah's breath hitched. Her heart pounded in terror and awe. Who else? She whispered. Victor's fangs gleamed as he lowered his head close to her ear, his voice barely audible. Someone far older. Far stronger, and she has been marked for them too. Sarah's scream caught in her throat. Darkness pressed in from every corner, and Victor's arms were the only thing keeping her from vanishing into it. The room went silent for now, but she knew, deep down, nothing would ever be safe again.